All right, let's get this party started in 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are live with your sister, your coach, your friend, your girl, Abiola from unblockmybusiness.com today, where we are on day number 9 of the Spiritpreneur Spiritual Business Success Boot Camp. It's a free 12 days of blissness. On the first day of blissness, my true love gave to me a free spiritual success boot camp. And so if you've been hanging this long, then by now you have gotten some pretty wonderful ideas on how to start, grow, or save your business or your blissness, like I like to say. You can join us at unblockmybusiness.com. If you need a mindset reset to begin with, then you need to head over to unblockmyenergy.com. And either way, come play with us in our private Facebook sister circle. We need your energy over there. So today's lesson is all about how to monetize your mission. But although this is an outer game program, what I realized is that that is a much longer lesson. So I'm actually going to save that for the Spiritpreneur Warrior Business Sisterhood that is launching. But what I wanted to really for us to get to the nitty gritty and begin with is how to reprogram your money mentality and mindset, right? That's why if you go to any of my programs, we talk about inner game and outer game, because we know that it starts with what's going on here. So let's talk. What was your money story growing up? Now, my money story was, I'm sure like many of yours, very multi-layered. And like a lot of Americans, as we found when the last recession happened, that we were living in mountains of debt and credit, a credit-based lifestyle that looked like one thing, but really wasn't another when you looked under the hood. And so all I knew as a kid, you don't know all of that, but all I knew is that, wow, how cool. My parents, we must be rich. My parents give me whatever I want, right? And there were a lot of like underlying challenges with guilt. My mom worked, she had to work, so she would buy us gifts almost every day on her way home from work. She'd buy us toys or games or books or whatever and be like, yay, mommy. But I didn't know that she had issues of guilt that she was dealing with, and so for her that was a way of assuaging the guilt of leaving her children home. And so she's solving that, she would think, with money, right? My dad also, he wants to be liked, and he was covering up a whole host of issues with money, with gifts, that sort of thing. And so that is a part of my money story. I would love to know what your money story is. Now, your money story doesn't necessarily correspond with how much money your family had, although that's certainly a part of it. That, as we see, I've spoken before about the woman Marie who won the lottery down south, and still her life was pretty horrible. And that's because, just like water seeks its level, we seek our vibration or our level that we're used to. So if you have a mindset of poverty consciousness and lack, then it doesn't matter how much money is in the bank. You're still going to have that mindset. You're going to still behave with a poverty consciousness. And so that's why, I know y'all don't like to hear me say it, but that money isn't going to fix your issues. You got to start first with what is underneath it, your belief system. Okay? So I'm going to be sharing with you 10 ways that 10 techniques that you can use to reset your money mindset. So number one way to start clearing your money blocks today is with visualization. That's why I have 2 guided visualization albums. You can get mine, Manifest Your Miracles, Magic, and Mojo. You can find that at shop.sacredmomcell.com, or Ian Levant and Oprah Winfrey and Deepak Chopra all have great meditation albums. Gabrielle Bernstein, There are Dr. Wayne Dyer, tons of wonderful meditation albums that you can find. The reason why guided meditation or visualization is such a strong tool is because it gives your mind the picture of what is happening, and your brain can't differentiate between what you think is happening and what is actually happening. There's no gap if your brain sees it and feels like you're experiencing it. That's why we genuinely get scared at horror movies, because it feels real. So the reason why NASA and the Olympians and other elite athletes use visualization as a tool is because it works. So start with that. Number 2, EFT, emotional freedom technique, that if you are just meeting me, then you don't know that EFT, emotional freedom technique. Ooh. All right, alerts. Stay focused. EFT, emotional freedom technique, is one of the best ways to alleviate challenges with anxiety and other mind issues. And I have EFT videos that you can find on my YouTube channel or at sacredbombshell.com. And I will definitely be posting more EFT, emotional freedom technique. It's tapping, acupressure, like there's acupuncture with the needles. Acupressure helps to alleviate issues with anxiety and challenges with our belief systems. Number 3, journaling. Journaling is an incredible form of therapy. It has saved my life for years and years and years. And I'm fortunate to have discovered journaling very early. You could do a number of different kinds of journaling for your, I'm thinking of the grammatic. I don't know if that was grammatically correct, but you can do all kinds of journaling basically to help to elevate your money game, get out of your own way when it comes to your abundance. One of the things you can do is free writing. You can get up every morning and write for 30 minutes. If you don't have 30, do it for 20. If you don't have 20, do it for 15, as recommended by Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way, and just getting the gunk out of your head onto the paper. This is writing just for you, not to be read by anyone else, or not even to be read by you, just to clear the brain. Another way that you can use money journaling for money empowerment, is that you can journal about, in present tense, about the life that you want to create. And this helps to set a money mindset. Again, there are many people that I know personally who are very wealthy or well off or comfortable or whatever you would want to call it, and they feel and act like poor people. They have poverty consciousness. They feel very anxious around the idea of money, and they can't get ahead, or they feel like they have to be in a loop trying to make money, and they feel they're acting out of desperation. So again, it's not the money, it's your belief system around the money, okay? Then there is number 4, the company you keep, your community. If, like me, you are part of the Sisterhood of Traveling Brokenness, you need to stop it, cut it out right now. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, okay, you know, next year, December 2017, we should totally go to Egypt for a month or wherever and just be there. She's like, oh, I'm not going to have money. Well, you're planning to be broke a year from now? What are you talking about? What do you mean? If 12 months from now, you're already planning to be poor, then something is wrong. I know that several of you, with my Abundance, Pray, Love retreat to Bali in June 2017, reached out and were like, oh my God, this looks so great. I want to do it, but I'm scared. They feel fearful of coming out of their comfort zone to put themselves in a new community, a new place. Or, like my friend, are already planning that in June, 6 months from now, they're already going to be broke. They're already going to be poor. Well, if that's the case, what are you doing to change it? What are you doing to change your life? If you have those kinds of money issues, then you need to be at the Abundance, Pray, Love Mindset Retreat, Mindset Reset Retreat more than anybody, because those are not beliefs that we can take forward in our lives. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you are blocked when it comes to your abundance, that covers a lot of different things, you know. And like you, I'm a work in progress. We're all doing this together. We're all evolving, but you've got to take the steps. You've got to see more for yourself than you have now. You can't look at your life a year from now and imagine. You're right now visualizing that you're going to be stuck and be in the same place. That's the interesting thing. You're already doing this work. You're already doing creative visualization, except for you are using your brain to create a life that you don't want. Stop it. You know, come to Bali or go to a local meetup, right? Like I have a Manifest Your Desires meetup in New York. Wherever you live, I'm sure there's some kind of meetup. Go to a meetup, meet other like-minded people, join a community. You can start with Facebook pages, like my Facebook sister circle that you can join if you go to unblockmybusiness.com, join the free program, and you'll find out how to join the Facebook group. This is how you stretch outside of the people that you usually have access to. So if you can't, you know, make it to something as big as a retreat in Bali, or you at least believe you can't, then stretch to make it to a local meetup. If you can't stretch to make it to a local meetup, then stretch to join something online. You have to start. If you feel anxious about joining a Facebook group online, start with listening to a podcast or using books and availing yourself to other ways of thinking, and let that be your community. One of the things that I have, new things that I have, is the Abundance, Pray, Love podcast to accompany the Abundance, Pray, Love retreat. And that's a free podcast. If you're not coming to the retreat, fine. Listen to it, get empowered, get inspired. You can find that at Manifest My Money. I think it's manifestyourmoney.com, manifestyourmoney.com. Avail yourself to these things. Lisa Nichols has books on abundance. Dr. Wayne Dyer, you'll see it when you believe it, right? You'll see it when you believe it, not the other way around. Deepak Chopra has books on spirituality and abundance. There's a whole host of tools that are ready for you. My affirmation cards, we're manifesting fertility goddess affirmation cards. Do I have any near my desk here? No. Okay. Yes, but these are the kinds of tools and things that you want to put and have as a part of your daily life and a daily practice of abundance. Why do you need a daily practice of abundance? Because you've had a daily practice of non-abundance for so long. Catch that. All right, so number 5, I talked about, that was the tools that you can use. Number 6, vision boards. Now, some people think they work, some people think that they don't. I have a new vision board course that involves other things. If you have read my last book, you know that I add other things into doing vision board manifestation, and that's going to be at manifestyouryear.com, you know. But you can just start with Pinterest, right? And start to create a Pinterest board that's my vision board. I have one on my Pinterest page that is, I think it's named Joint Vision Board or Vision Board Party. That's what that board is named, Vision Board Party. And so start to share images with yourself or the people around you of the life that you have, and not just pasting a bunch of things on a piece of paper and then wondering why it didn't work, but really experience it. Mind, body, spirit, purpose. Use all of your senses. See, smell, hear, experience what it would be to be in that experience. If you want to go, if you want to come to Bali with me or without me, instead of right away planning it that in June you're going to be too poor to be in Bali, start visualizing. See yourself there. See yourself around the campfire and the full moon that we arrive, and you're creating and manifesting magic. See yourself. Put yourself in the experience, whether it's a new career or a new job or a new baby or whatever it is. Take your mind there and then let your life get caught up. Okay? Number 7, make decisions from someday. Okay, this is one of my favorite things to do. It's actually kind of a visualization technique as well, but a lot of times people have in their heads, one of the emails I was getting was, I always wanted to go to Bali someday, one day, someday, ultimately. Boo, this is ultimately. Someday is now. We are not promised tomorrow, so live your someday now. So one of the things that you can do with technique is start to, if, for example, using the Bali example, see yourself after you come back from Bali and feeling happy and joyous and changed. See yourself after whatever experience it is, and see yourself, having experienced it, having grown from it. I'll give you an example that I use of, something similar. that I was a recent speaker at the Modern Day Millionaire Summit with Bob Proctor and Les Brown and Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith and a lot of other people. And the first day of the event, Bob Proctor, who's one of the men from The Secret, one of the founders of the personal development movement as we know it, he was speaking at Carnegie Hall, and he was on stage, and it was pretty electric. It was just amazing. It was pretty dope to experience. I was there with a number of women from our tribe who I brought with me, you know, just as a gift, women who were on my mailing list who I hadn't met before. So that's why it pays to be in the mailing list, you know, and open your emails. And it was amazing, like I said. And so I started to do a little visualization. I said, I'm gonna play with my imagination a little bit. What if right now, for whatever reason, they needed me on stage? And they were like, give your speech right now, here at Carnegie Hall on this big, majestic stage. What if Bob Proctor said, hey, where's that Abiola chick? Come on down. And so then I started to visualize myself speaking at Carnegie Hall and how I would feel. That happened right now. I have no nerves about it because I've already experienced it in my body. What? In my mind, I ran down to the stage, afro blazing, and I gave my speech, and it was great, and it was funny, and it was smart, and everyone loved it, and Bob loved it, and my parents loved it, and the women from my tribe loved it, and it was awesome, and I created shift and transformation, and it was beautiful and humbling and wonderful, and you could say, but it never happened. But oh, but it did. It absolutely did. And it helped to elevate the talk that I gave the next day and talks that I've given since, because now, in my mind, I have spoken at Carnegie Hall. All right. One of the things that you can do to elevate your abundance game is take courses. That's the same as using tools. Like I was saying, you know, either my stuff or somebody else's, affirmation cards, all of those things. Use abundance tools, and like I said, reinforce yourself on a daily basis. Number 10, start to up-level and upgrade your life. You can do this by clearing clutter. I think I skipped a number. I think I have written on my list that number 8 was clearing clutter and number 10 is up-leveling and upgrading your life. But let's put those both together because it's the same thing. Start to get rid of the things from your old life that are maybe broken or shabby or whatever it is, things that came from a poverty consciousness. And nature hates a vacuum, they say. And so if you create a space in your life for the things that you want, nature is going to want to fill them. And so get rid of the things that when you look at them, they make you feel miserable. I know that I've spoken about this to you in videos before, and I just remembered that from the time I started talking to you about this, maybe about 2 months ago, that I still haven't, still have a little back missing from my remote control, and I don't know where it is. Like, where could it go? And haven't made any means to replace that. It's something that's annoying. It's an annoying little thing, but would billion-dollar me be sitting with a broken remote? Is Oprah sitting with a broken remote? Is Martha Stewart sitting with a broken remote? Is Sarah Blakely sitting with a broken remote? They may be, but they shouldn't be, and neither should I. So start to up-level and upgrade the things that are a part of your daily life. If there are broken buttons, broken zippers, that bag of stuff that you've been wanting to replace and get to the dry cleaner, take care of it. You know, handle stuff. If things are, you know, hanging lopsided, either fix them, donate them, throw them out, replace them, paint the things that need new paint, fix the buttons that need new buttons, and start to treat yourself like your billion-dollar self right now, right? Don't wait, because whatever you have, whoever you are now is who you're going to bring to anything that you have that happens great for you in your life. You don't want to sabotage yourself back down because you haven't lived up to who you really are. So start to up-level and upgrade the things in your life. All right? So we will continue this conversation in our Facebook Sister Circle. You can join us if you go to unblockmybusiness.com, join the free course, and there you will find how to join our Facebook Sister Circle. All right, my love. Namaste. The abundant sacred bombshell in me sees, adores, and accepts the sacred bombshell, the abundant sacred bombshell in you. Bye.